Hey guys, Adam here with AmericanMuscle.com. Today I'm bringing you a quick overview and installation of the Ford Motorcraft OEM Spark Plugs, which are available for all 05 to 08 Mustang GTs. The Ford Motorcraft OEM Spark Plugs will be available for any 2005 to 2008 Mustang GT owner looking to do some very routine maintenance on their 4.6 motor that's either completely stock or very lightly modified. Now obviously if you're running a more intricate setup, you want to check out some of the more performance-based spark plugs like the ones offered from NGK, since these are very simply the ones that came directly on the car from the factory from Ford. Now with that said, the installation is going to be extremely simple, very straightforward stuff that requires very simple hand tools, so it will get a 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter, but we'll touch on that toward the end of the video. Obviously, Ford OEM Spark Plug is pretty straightforward who these go to. If you've got a stock or slightly modified 4.6 motor, you might be experiencing some bad symptoms with your current spark plugs. If that is the case, it might be time to swap out those bad boys and do some routine maintenance. If you have some of those symptoms, it may include, say, a misfire, rough startup, rough idle, plugs knocking since they're mostly a two-piece. In addition to that, you might experience bad fuel economy, a decrease in throttle response, and the list can go on and on. If that sounds like you, it might be time to swap them out, and an OEM plug is definitely a great place to look. So if you're running a bigger setup on your 4.6, then you might want to look into a performance-savvy plug like NGK's V or G power options. However, if you're looking at a forced induction setup like a supercharger, turbo, or even nitrous, a colder plug is what you should be looking at, and these honestly should not even be on your radar. If you were to put these on one of those bigger setups like a forced induction, you'd experience way worse symptoms than the ones I just mentioned. Now, as far as pricing is concerned, they are a Ford Motorcraft OEM plug, so you can expect a higher price tag than most of the aftermarket options since it does come from Ford's factory. With that said, expect to be spending around the $80 mark for exactly what you see here, all 8 plugs for your V8 motor. Now, if you're looking to get a performance-savvy one, you can save some money and go between the $30 and $50 range depending on your setup. But obviously, if you have a stock motor, OEM plugs are always the best and most reliable way to go, so spending that money might be worth it. If you have a little bit more mods done, you can start looking into performance options, but keep in mind that heat range is extremely crucial. Moving on to the installation aspect of things, since they are an OEM plug with OEM quality materials, you might want to throw some anti-seize on the actual materials to make sure they don't seize up over time. With that said, the install will require very simple hand tools like a ratchet and socket set, extensions of different sizes to make sure you get into those tough to reach areas, as well as a spark plug socket. Now with that said, you don't want to be dropping these in the engine bay. It gives you a huge headache if you've never done that before. Now on top of that, it shouldn't take any longer than about 2 hours from start to finish, definitely getting a 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. Just to wrap things up, if you're the owner of an 05 to 08 mildly modified or very much stock Mustang GT, you might want to check out the Ford Motorcraft OEM Spark Plugs, which you can find right here at AmericanMuscle.com.